2025. Beyond the Surface with Sharen. My son-in-law, Andrew, produced this song called Small Beginnings. Hidden Talent Records. Hey. I like it. Yeah. So yeah, waiting for y'all to tune in. This is season 2, episode 1. Waiting for a couple people to come on. Well, more than a couple, because y'all know how to do it. My folks, it's been a couple months. So yeah.
Left them jacks as a kid, and we ain't never going back. I'd have been pushed to the edge.
When you come on, say hi. Let me know you're here. Y'all know the routine. Please come on and say hi. We're back. We are back.
Free to lays. Brand new APR, my credit card could buy a happiness. I was selling on eBay.
Come in the comments, say hi. The song is called Small Beginnings. My son-in-law. This song, can y'all hear it? HER. Let me know if you guys can hear the song. Hey. I don't know if we're supposed to be saying that, but what's up? Oh, hey, Keith. Junae. Hey, Junae. Yeah, we're waiting for a couple people to come on. A little bit. Yeah, season 2, episode 1. Small Beginnings. If you guys are musically inclined or not musically inclined, you can. Oh, yes, you can hear it playing. Good. Okay. Yeah, if you guys are musically inclined or you want to go rap or sing or whatever it is you want to do, HTR Records it is in the Villas, McKinney County. That's down at the shore, McKinney County area. But yeah. So that was my son-in-law, Andrew Mack. What's his song? Please. Come in the comments, say hi. Let me know how you guys are doing. Did you miss me? Whoa, music is up. Hey. Black History Month, right? This is what we doing? Got my lip gloss on. Whoa. All right. So yes, it's been good. All right. So thank you all. Thank y'all for coming on. We are here. This is Beyond the Surface with Sharen Podcast. Welcome to season 2. Season 2, episode 1. Right? On Beyond the Surface with Sharen, we talk about love, life, and family all the time. Like all of our episodes discuss that. So we are here to empower you. We are here to encourage you. We are here to enlighten you and inform you. We have the information for you, right? So that's what we're doing here. All glory goes to God because He is the one who has given us this vessel, this platform. Did you do that to the Lord? We are giving all glory to God because He is just so amazing in our lives. Right. So thank you all for tuning in. God is good. My feet are planted. My head is to the sky. 2024 was an amazing year, right? I stepped out on faith and listening to what God had to say, what His plan was for my life. And here we are. We did 28 episodes. How many, right? 28 episodes. Yeah, God is good. And we have touched so many lives in 2024. We got so many positive responses from the podcast. So I am happy about that in 2025. What did you say? We are all the way live? They said we are all the way live in 2025. So yes, if you would share this live episode, do me that favor, share, subscribe. I'm on Facebook, YouTube. I'm on my Beyond the Surface podcast Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, which is Sharen Colson, and we are on YouTube. So you can catch us on either one of those. We had a lot of views. We talked about education last year. We talked about therapy. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about church. We talked about relationships, love, all of that. So yeah, grief was a good one. We talked about a lot of stuff. So yeah, if you would like to go back, you can do that. We've had over like 30,000 views of watching if we combine our episodes. So I am always thankful and I am always grateful for anyone who just comes on and listens. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we talked about leaps of faith. So we talked about entrepreneurs and what they did and how they moved. So if you want to go back and watch any of those episodes, please do that. What are we doing? Let's talk about what's happening in the world, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these things, some current events. Current events are, y'all, the election happened. Yeah. The election happened. And guess what? The election happened. So our choice was not chosen. So it's a lot going on. And I know people be like, I don't want to talk politics, but currently, like, politics is really what we have to talk about. We really do. It's affecting. Eggs are $8. So yes, we have to talk about these things. What else is happening? Oh, Jamal Harrison Bryant. He is the pastor of in Atlanta. What's the church called? Eddie Long Road Church. I forgot what it's called. Anywho, it is called, I feel like I know what it is. I know what the New Birth. Yes. He said that we are boycotting Target for 40 days. So I have the Target app. Maybe I should delete my Target app. Let me go do that right now. I'm going to delete my Target app. So we are boycotting Target because they took the DEI program, diversity, equity, inclusion programs. A lot of companies have done that since it's, I guess they said it was optional to do that. So yeah, so as a whole, we are trying to be, I don't know if we could be like our forefathers because, they walked and didn't catch the bus. So we are doing Target for 40 days, people. So if you haven't heard, you heard it. Target for 40 days. I'm going to participate. My dollars matter. They say like our dollars, our Black dollars only stay in our community for hours, while the Asian dollar stays in for over 20 days and the Jewish dollar stays in for over 20 days. So I think that's where we're trying to get. Like, we're trying to keep our money in our community, which, makes sense to us. What else is happening? Super Bowl! Eagles! Woo! The Eagles! Fly, Eagles, fly. Y'all see me with my green? Yes. Oh, I have Kelly and I have, oh yes, no Target. Right. We are not doing Target, honey. Yes, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. They're in New Orleans. That is Sunday afternoon, evening, 4:00, something. 6:00. It's my trusty producer. He is still here on the job. Again, I did fire him earlier, but he is back and he is working. But yes, the Target is the Eagles Super Bowl, Super Bowl 59. So we are there. You have something to say about that, Mr. Colson?
No, I just know we're going to win. That's all I know is we're going to win.
And you I said when I go to Philly, you would be a little nervous about me going out there to go with the people. I'm not going to climb like a grease pole or anything.
Please don't. We lost somebody over there. Somebody
fell. That young boy fell. He was 18.
Grease pole and everything.
He went up there and fell. Yeah, so that's sad. Prayers out to his family.
Yes. True fans.
Well, you said a true fan because he went up there?
True fans.
Yeah.
He went up there,
yeah, that's a lot. I'm not climbing any poles or anything. Oh, good evening, Tina. Good evening, Paula.
Home. Hey, all the way from Florida.
Yeah. Look at that. How's the weather in Florida? Is it warm? Oh, y'all are cold too. Hey, Colson. There's Aaron. Aaron has a new she just has a collaboration with a business and she is going to be in brick and mortar in Millville. So congratulations to Chemistry Catering. Y'all know Erin, she does cookies, she does meal planning, she does cakes, like she does some amazing stuff with food. So if She did cookies today, I think 2:00 or something.
Oh,
so Snickerberry Doodle cookies, something. I'm sure they're going. Yes, so we are just I'm waiting for some gluten-free, child. I need some gluten-free cookies. Y'all see my face look little. So from the last podcast, I'll talk about that. We started a gluten-free 60-day challenge with some people from that watch on the show, and it has been amazingly, surprisingly good.
Yeah.
So I have lost maybe 6 pounds.
Wow, you can tell. It's in your
My face looks a little thinner. I got that compliment today that my face looks a little. Paula's in the group, Aaron's in the group. So yeah, gluten is like, they say it's kind of like the glue that holds food together, mainly like wheat and stuff. So we're getting away from that, and it has been great. So I can hear myself echoing though. That's the echoing is driving me crazy. So yeah, so it's Black History Month. Where my little thing at? Black History Month, people. What are you guys doing for Black History Month? Are y'all doing anything? Are y'all going to any programs? It's Black History Month, so we are going to celebrate some Black history. We can talk about some things that I don't know if they're little known, but they are known Black history facts. We know about the Tuskegee experiment, right? The Tuskegee experiment, that's when the U.S., let me read my little facts correctly.
Take your time.
The Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male. It started as a study conducted between 1932 and 1972 by the United States Public Health Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on a group of 400 African American men, where they willingly gave them syphilis. Now, apparently, they said that they were going to give them free health care, and they kind of gave them a different spew of what the study was about. The purpose of the study was to observe the effects of the disease when untreated, though by the end of the study, advancements meant it was entirely treatable. The men were not informed of the nature of the experiment, and more than 100 died from this. So if that's something like you want to go look up, that is a terrible. I always think about the older people where they say they didn't trust the government and they didn't trust doctors and all the rest of that. Those are people who have lived like these actions from the government. So I totally understand when people be like, I don't trust the doctors. There are a lot of facts from saying like, I don't trust the doctors. Yeah, it was terrible. I would give structures to baking products. I'm sorry, I couldn't see. So what else? Hella cells, right? That's Henrietta Lacks. That's another one that we really don't get to talk about. So she is, let me read for you. Hella cells. So they are cell lines that were derived from cervical cancer cells taken in 1951 from Henrietta Lacks, a patient, it's a Black woman, who died of cancer months later. The cells are characterized to contain human papillomavirus, HPV-18. One of 2 HPV types responsible for HPV-caused cancers. And her family is suing the university that used her cells. So I think they just got like a windfall, or just been noticed that, yes, the government has been using these cells to cure cancer for all of these decades. So her family, Henrietta Lacks, Hela, Hella. So apparently they teach this in medical school, like to nurses and stuff, but I don't think they really go into people stole her cells when she was dying, and then it has been used to treat cancer. It's terrible. It's why folks don't trust the government, which I get, because at this rate, Dr. King, hello, it's Black History Month. Dr. King can't trust the government. So yeah, elections was crazy. So I think we should talk about that a little later on in a couple episodes. For now, we are going to have the president and treasurer. Treasurer? Is that how you say it? Treasurer. The president and treasurer of the NAACP of Gloucester County. So yeah, we're going to talk about these things that are happening in our communities, our Black and brown communities, Latinos. Lots going on. The man is trying to ship folks off, Black and brown people. So yeah, we need to be informed. We need to know what we can do, what our options are, what your family, this is really affecting people's families. So it's very important to stay informed. Like I said in the beginning, I know people don't want to talk politics, but it's really like thrown in our face. We have to know what's going on. Like I've been listening to, what's her name? Jasmine Crockett. She's the Congress lady from Texas, right? So she's been amazingly like on people's necks about what's going on with DEI and them trying to take the holidays, the Dr. King holiday, all of this stuff they're trying to take. They tried to erase the Tuskegee Airmen from, what was it called? Like the Navy? They tried to take it. It's some very disgusting behavior going on. So you need to be informed, know who you're electing. Like in 2 years, those elections, your county elections, your local elections count.
Yeah, because now
your local elections count. That's your board, that's your assembly people, that's your what are they, council people, your mayors, all of that stuff counts for you. So yes, all of this affects how you live. They're trying to take food stamps, they're trying to Social Security. The man is trying to get his hand, that Elon Musk man, trying to get his hand in Social Security. After we didn't work, listen, I'm ready to draw it early. Yes, they want our history and ultimately our presence erased. They really do. They just want us gone. Disappeared.
What does he have, our Social Security number?
They gave him a title where we are, where he is, have access to Social Security. So we have to be aware. I appreciate, the folks watching the news, because I'm watching the news and I want to be aware of what's going on. I want my money. I don't work 30 years. I need it. Want it. So yeah. So today, what else is going on? Eggs. I told y'all eggs is $8. Aaron eats eggs every day, a lot. I don't know how she affords it. She might have chickens in the backyard, because there's no way you can eat that many eggs and afford them. $8. That rounds about, what is that, like $2 in eggs every day? Aaron said she feels like we're literally living in a bad reality show. It really does. It is. What was the show? Apprentice. We're living like the Apprentice, and he's in charge of the government, and we're kind of and our elected officials is like riding the wave. It's all right. They say follow the money. The money is where it's at.
People are like, oh, I hope if 4 years goes through.
4 years. We gonna see what happens in this first year. The man talking about taking over Palestine. He said they're gonna move the U.S. citizens over to Palestine. It's a lot. Yes. You said go to Aldi for the eggs. Elon Musk is in charge of financial services. Yeah. He don't need to be. He already got enough money. He don't need to be in charge of my money. Mind his own money. Hey, friend. Mind his own money. So if you guys came on, if you could share, that would be nice. I would appreciate it. Can we get to our affirmation? Anything else y'all want to talk about? Eggs at Aldi. Yes, the Gaza. Yeah, man, that is crazy. Israel bombed those people and ran them off their land. That's a whole nother story, because I can really go into Israel and Palestine and bombing each other and ran the people off the land after they done let them go there, hang out there, and gave them a piece of land.
What happened when he said that he was going to stop the war as soon as he came in?
For a ceasefire?
Yeah, he said that he was going to end the war.
Yeah,
before he starts.
But they said that the son-in-law is over there talking about putting up like beachfront homes. His son-in-law is talking about putting up beachfront homes over in what is it called? What's the place called? Palestine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's a lot going on. I need you guys to be informed, be aware of what is going on. It's a lot. And I know it can be overwhelming, and sometimes you do have to take a break, but pay attention. That's the key. Pay attention to what's going on. And welcome again to folks who are watching. We're going to do some affirmation. Let's do an affirmation because I need some positivity. Need some positivity, right? Because Beyond the Surface is all about empowering and encouraging and enlightening and informing, right? We got to pay attention to what's going on. Also listen to Roland Martin too. Roland Martin is good. He be on there cussing a lot, but he has good. So he's on YouTube like every day in the morning. I listen to him. Hey, Miss Karen. Hey, Miss Karen. So yeah, we're going to do some our affirmation. And I did something different this year. Right now, we're going to try to do like a couple things a little different. Going to put it on a screen so we can all read it together. You guys read at home. I'm a reader, so I wanted to share it visually with you so we can read together. Kind of if you read it back and forth, and then I'll share it on my page later. So that way you guys can have it. But I love it. Good stuff. So here it goes. Are you ready? Here it goes. Uncommon advice. Oh, you got to take that little thing down, babe. We can't see that.
Oh, sorry.
If you don't know what to pursue in life right now, pursue yourself. I love that. Pursue becoming the healthiest, happiest, most healed, most present, most confident version of yourself. Then the right path will reveal itself. I'm going to say it again. Uncommon advice. If you don't know what to pursue in life right now, pursue yourself, right? Pursue becoming the healthiest, the happiest, the most healed, most present, most confident version of yourself. Then the right path will reveal itself. That right there, boop. Okay, that right there, I feel like it's very health conscious. I said earlier in the year that I wanted to be more self-aware of my feelings and nurture myself. So if you don't know what to do, we have to strive to be like the best version of ourselves that we can offer anybody, that we can offer ourselves. Like I want to be the best version I can offer my family. I want to be the best version I can offer my friends. I want to be the best version of myself that I can offer anybody. So I'm always like in pursuit of healthy living, right? Of being healthier, like, and the inside with like, your kidneys, your numbers, your blood work, all of that. I want to be mentally healthy. I want to be physically healthy. I want to be all of that. You always want to, exude some type of positivity. So yes, always work on yourself. If you don't feel like there's any goals, working on yourself is the goal. To be your best self. Your best self is the best thing you can offer to yourself. You're always striving. And I'm so glad like in this social media age, we have access to all of these avenues to go and do things for ourselves. We can find the information. We have access to the information. So I love that about social media. So yeah, be our best, work on yourself. If you don't feel like you can do your career right now, or if you don't feel like you can do your hobby right now, work on yourself. You can always, like in the morning, I play affirmations in the morning when I wake up. I play Bible verses in the morning when I wake up. I'm always doing something in the car. I'm listening to podcasts in the morning. I'm always encouraging myself, filling my cup, feeling myself, because if I am not full, I cannot. And my family has suffered. I cannot give of myself if I'm not full. If I'm half full, child, you're getting half of me. And it's not pretty. I ain't even gonna lie. Half of me is not pretty. It's a little rough. It's a little rough looking. Oh, he got his mic on.
Well, I'm just happy, just proud that you can see that and you see inside yourself, and then you want to be the best person you can be to everybody.
And myself first, though.
Yourself first.
Yes, I've learned that being half of myself and not being fulfilled in myself is it's a disservice to me. So I've learned it's not selfish. It's taking care of yourself. And I don't think, as women and men, we don't take care of ourselves. We just don't. We take care of everybody else in the circle, everybody else, which leads me to, our topic for today, matters of the heart.
With our guests, yes.
Yeah, you can't pull from an empty cup, honey. If that cup is empty, even if the cup is a quarter filled, it's not enough to share. It's not. It brings on stress, right? It brings on anxiety. It brings on illnesses. It brings on your sugar is up. You got diabetes, sugar and diabetes, same thing. Your blood pressure is up, like all of that, and then it starts affecting your body. It starts affecting like your organs. It starts affecting like people with diabetes. Like a lot goes on, especially in the community.
And it runs rampant in the Black community.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
Yeah, we have to understand. So that's why we're going to do a lot of shows this year. We're going to focus on medical because we want to.
Yeah, we want everyone to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, physically. Right? We got to get out here and exercise. So we'll talk about that in the show a little bit because it's tough. Like even we carry so much. Hey, what's happening, Mr. McGee? So yeah, it's a lot going on. We carry a lot of weight. We carry a lot of stress. Even Coach Kibbe talked about how we carried stress in our hips, right? So have y'all been doing the hip exercises? I shared it like maybe a couple days ago, and I made a little play on, hey, Ron, don't let me do these exercises while I'm trying to do it. Those hip exercises really work. I know I be, joking and stuff, but yes, do the hip exercises. They work. They stretch your hip. And she said, we carry a lot of stress and worry in our hips. So yeah, I want you guys to do those things. Next on our show. So yes, so thank you all. This is my thank you all for hanging with me and supporting me and loving on me in 2024. We are in 2025. This is season 2. Was I a little nervous about coming? Yes. This is what I want y'all to know. Transparent moment. I was very nervous about coming back. Extremely nervous. Super nervous. I was like, season 1 was really good. Will they want to see me again? Did I give them everything I had in me? And I didn't know what was left. I'm not going to lie. Transparency. I know what was left. I was like, season 1 was really great. How do you top that? And my thing was, you don't. You just continue on doing. You do. If it's on your heart and it's in you and God has prepared you for it, you're going to do it. You just continue on the process. And that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's what Beyond the Surface is. So I wanted to still encourage. I still wanted to encourage, inform, enlighten, and empower. So that's why I know I thought about it. It's the nervousness, right? It's the nervousness that nobody talks about, but I'll talk about. Don't worry about my fingernails. It's the nervousness nobody talks about of saying, I don't know if these people want to hear me again. And I can tell you, I've gotten text messages saying, when's the show starting? And I was like, I don't know. Our people called me, when's the show coming back? And I'm like, in my head, man, I don't know if they want to hear me. Babe's like, when we doing it? And in my head, I am self-doubting, right? It's the self-sabotage that happens. That's the enemy speaking to us to try to not get us to do what we're called to do and what we're supposed to do. So I want to encourage you. I know this wasn't in the script. Encourage you. Do the thing. If I am here and I'm here for season 2, when I've been out since December and January, like handling mom and stuff, and I was nervous about coming, I want you guys to do the thing. I am here to tell you, people will come. And if they don't come, guess what? You have done what you were led to do. So yes, said all that to say, do the thing. Since last season, I've been telling you, do your thing. And if you need help and some encouragements, there are tons of people in the comments. There is myself. I will encourage you and help you of whatever it is that you are trying to pursue and achieve your goals, because God is amazing. And this is what we want to do. So next up. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So my mom is here. I always want to start a season with someone who has such a great impact on me. So season 1 was Reverend Nikki, because she really got the ball rolling and planted the seed from Ignite of what Beyond the Surface was and where it was birthed. So since we talking about birth, we are going to bring my mama up. the OG of the family, who has a birthday. So so we're gonna bring my beautiful. You ready, Dukes? She funny. Okay, I'm gonna add. You coming you coming, baby? There she go. Y'all say hi to my mama in the comments. Hey, Toots.
Good evening.
Hey, Mom.
How are you?
Look beautiful.
He gave you some. You see the hand claps?
Look at all those people clapping. They love you, Mom. They love you.
There she go. How are you? How you feeling?
Well, I had a rough night last night.
Mm-hmm.
Night like 2:00 this morning. But I'm right now just focusing.
Yeah. So today's topic is matters of the heart, a triple bypass survivor's journey. So yeah, y'all say hi to Mom. Oh, they're saying hi in the comments to you. She can't read. She's she a celebrity. So so I'll help Mom along with it because she does have new arteries here. So I'm going to help her along with her story. So that way she doesn't have to talk too much. So she'll kind of jump in a little bit. So Mom, her history is working at the developmental center for, was it 42 years?
42 years.
42 years, and she was a single mom. So did you really go to the doctors and check on your like blood work and health and all of that?
No.
You didn't go to the doctors and check blood work or any of that?
No.
Ever?
No.
Okay.
I doctors wasn't one of my things. I always thought I was healthy.
It wasn't a priority for you?
It wasn't a priority for me.
Okay. Because we were talking about like how in the Black community, like there are systematic like barriers and people, you know, older Black people really don't trust doctors too much and that type of thing. Is that like true from your experience?
No, I trust doctors because God put them there for us. I just didn't, it wasn't one of those things. I wasn't hurting. I wasn't sick. The only time I go to a doctor is to get a slip to go back to work.
Okay. A slip to go back to work. But you wasn't doing blood work or not any of that type of thing?
No.
Okay. So how did all of this come to be? Because I remember you telling us, and like, so Mom, this started, what are you, 7? Are we allowed to say your age?
Yes. 73.
Okay. So Mom is 73. So is it maybe within the last 5 years you started feeling something?
Yes.
So go ahead.
Didn't know what it was. It started when I went to a concert.
Yes, we went to the Mann Center.
Yes.
To see Winans. What's her name? Winans. What's her name? What's your girl name?
The man.
Yeah. The Mann Music Center.
Name.
Yeah.
He sings that song.
Yes. Oh, you know my name. Oh, that's your girl. What's her name?
Yes.
Tasha.
Yes.
Tasha Cobb. Yep, in Philly.
Yes.
So we went there and you had problems walking. You were almost okay walking. CeCe Winans. Yes, please. Thank you. You were almost okay walking down, but when you walked up, you had to stop a few times.
Yeah, I had no problem. I have no problem going downstairs. It's going up the stairs. And I was going up the stairs to go to the restroom, and I found myself on a 3rd flight. Banister. I had to almost sit down, and I was out of breath.
You were very winded, and you came here a few times, and you were like, "Oh, let me get myself together in the car." And me being me said, "Come on, girl, maybe we need to go exercise and go walk around the neighborhood in the development." Never knowing like something. Yeah. Remember, we went for the walk, and you was like, "Oh, I'm so tired." When we walked almost all around, I remember that. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Yeah,
because I was like, "Let's go, girl. You need to exercise some more."
Yeah, it was something that I needed, and I needed to walk, and I just needed to take my time.
Right.
And I wasn't as fast, and I would tell, "Go ahead on. I'll catch up with you."
That was your thing.
I was out of breath. Yeah.
So that went on for maybe like 3 or 4 years. Just you like having to
Yes.
slow down, catch your breath, and all of those types of things.
Yes. I couldn't go upstairs. It was a lot of pressure on me going up the steps. Coming down the steps
Hmm.
I was fine. But going up the steps, and when I go to the mall, I would have to sit down
Yeah, and take
because
a rest.
right, I had to take a rest. And I
I
always look
remember
for
that.
the escalator. I would never do them. If I did the steps, I really had to take my time go up those steps. Maybe 4 or 5 steps
Okay.
at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, you went. So the catalyst of this was you taking out the trash.
Yes. I took the I had a plastic trash can, and it wasn't really full, but I took it out. I was taking the trash out, and I went to the dumpster, but I put it in my car, and I drove to the dumpster where I live, and I
Hmm.
was had to open up the lid. That was the hard part. Open up the lid. When me trying to push the lid open, I felt the pressure in my chest. So I took the trash can and I kept pushing and pushing. The more I would push the lid, the more pain would come in my chest.
Girl,
So I finally got the lid open and
Jesus.
trying to put the trash can up there to dump it out. The
Hmm.
pain was crazy. And I was like, I thought it was acid reflux. That's what I thought it was. So I was like, okay, God, all right, okay. I was sitting talking to God, okay, just let me get back to my car. So I went in, I got in my car, I backed up
Hmm.
to my parking space, and I sat in the car for like 10 to 15 minutes with having a heart attack, and I didn't know it.
So you were like you felt like you were trying to get yourself together.
Yes, I thought it acid
Okay.
reflux. I would just breathe.
Hmm.
That's what I did, and the pain was like crazy, and I just sat there and prayed.
And the kicker is you didn't tell anybody, right? You didn't
No,
tell anyone. You just had all of this by yourself. So
yep,
just so everyone's watching, you have to talk to your people and ask them, your
yes,
seniors, and ask them if they're having these things because
yes,
unbeknownst to us, we had no clue any of this is going on with mom. I mean,
yes. And
I
I
knew
wasn't
she
by
was having like,
myself,
we didn't know about the chest pains.
right? And I wasn't by myself. I had 3 grandchildren in the house, grown grandchildren, and if I would have said something to them, they probably took me to the hospital then. But I was like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
And this when I
So
went
we
back
kind of
to doing,
ignored like some of the signs. And
yes,
maybe you didn't even know what the signs were.
no, I
Being
no,
that you thought it was acid reflux cuz of course, we'll Dr. Google it.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Cuz
From my
yeah,
it
cuz
was from my left side all the way across to my right side.
yeah.
That's where it was at. It was straight across here,
Mhm.
and it stayed there, and
For
it just
15
stayed there.
minutes.
Yes, for 15 minutes.
Wow. And then you went back in the
Yep.
house.
Went back in the house. Nobody knew what was going on, and I think I
Wow.
came back in the house, and I probably started
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah, they would have put you in the ambulance super fast. So yes,
Yeah.
Jen, we really do need to ask questions because our seniors and our people will say that they are okay. So fast
Yes.
forward, we talk to the doctor, right? And the doctor recommends a stress test, and you go take a stress test, and then you go. The doctor recommends you to go to the heart
Doctor.
doctor
Yes.
because you were honest with the doctor in there. So mommy goes to Dr.
Yes.
Rhymes. He is a black doctor. He is in Marlton. He used to be in Vineland. So
Yes.
yes, was it someone said was it hard to
Right.
breathe when that was happening for you with the trash can episode?
Yes.
It was. So it
Yes.
was
That
pain across
it
and
hit
hard
my
to breathe.
brain. Yes.
Yeah. Why
Yes.
do you think you didn't tell anyone?
Um, because I was a strong black woman.
So you were trying to figure it out on your
Yeah.
own or just let it
No,
go
I
away
just
and
I felt like I was acid reflux, and I was just a strong black woman.
You just gonna work through the pain? That's what we do though, right? We work through the pain. Yeah. So you go to the heart doctor, right? We go to the heart doctor and the doctor says, hey, let's go take a look and see maybe what's going on after you tell him like all of everything that's going on. So she goes to the doctor and she's very transparent with the doctor. This is what's going on, how long it's been going on, all of that. So we go to Inspira and they put a camera we go for a procedure, right? We're thinking nothing. They're like, oh, if it's clear, don't worry about it. If we see something, they'll put a stent in and then it's same day procedure. Everybody goes home. How did you feel about that news?
It really didn't bother me. It really didn't. I wasn't focusing on. They can me go and check my heart out. I just didn't wasn't thinking about it. It was like, oh, okay, go ahead and do what you got to do.
Yeah, whatever's going to make you healthier, right? It's all on the table now.
Yes, I knew because the breathing part was horrible, and I just accept that's how I breathe. That's your
new breath. That's your new breathing pattern.
I just accept
Jesus.
That's how I breathe.
I'm with Karen and Shannon. They're like all women, like black women do it, white women do it. We kind of really just put ourselves on the back burner and be like, oh, this is my new pain. So I'll just live with it. And this is the regular. And it becomes regular. You know what? I'll be cracking my chest right here. I need to ask the doctor about that because I do. I really be like cracking my breastbone. Sidebar. Anywho, so we go to the doctors. They put the camera in your arm. Right, it goes to your chest, and you can see this. Like you can see it during.
Yeah, right. Hello.
Oh, they put it in there. Okay, right in your wrist, and then there's a artery that goes all the way to your heart from there.
Little spot.
Okay, we can't see it. Can't see it, boo.
Right there.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, it goes to your heart and they gave you like a little topical numbness. You go in there, you can look on the camera to see what they're seeing. Uh-oh, where'd she go? Where you at, Toots? Yeah, you going, honey? Did you touch something?
That like spot right there. That's where they put it at.
Oh no, we can't see. It's a little dark now. Your screen is black, honey. It's technical difficulties at the Senior Saints.
You can't see.
Yeah, your screen is black. No, we can't see you. No.
Oh, okay.
So I'll. Oh yeah, it's still not there.
Not where I'm at.
Oh, can y'all see Mom?
No, your camera went off now.
I think your camera's out or something. So anyhow, I'll continue to.
Like a Kiera's coming out here.
Is she? So I'll continue your story while Key is getting you together. So what happens is Mom here. We'll wait for. You said it's my side?
Kiki.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't. We can't see her. Yeah, we don't see her. Tell her go off and come back on.
Kiki?
Can y'all see Mom? Does anybody see Mom? Y'all see her?
No.
I don't see you, girl. You disappeared. Go on, girl. So I'll continue the story. So Mom goes in, she gets the thing the camera through there. They check her, they're looking at her heart with the heart doctor. Right, nobody's seen you, Mom. They check her camera with the heart. She is in there I promise y'all, she is in that procedure room for all of 8 minutes. And I was like, the doctor comes out. I was like, oh man, this is good news. They didn't see anything. There's nothing to see. Right? 8 minutes. What are they doing in there? The doctor comes out and he takes a seat next to me. And I was like, hi. And he was like, hi. I had your mom in there. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he was like, okay, well, we found some stuff. And I was like, okay. Shock is kicking in. And he was like, yeah, your mom is going to need triple bypass surgery. And I'm like, okay, give me a minute to to like process. And he's like, okay, there you go. So the doctor comes out and says, your mom needs triple bypass surgery. It's 8 minutes she in there. Did they tell you while you were in there that you needed it?
No, they didn't. As they put the stent up my arm, because they had numb my arm, and they cut me and they putting the stent in my arm, and I felt like halfway up my arm. Then he pulled it out because he said he can't. He said he can't do it.
It was super fast. So go ahead.
That's when he went out to you.
He went out and came to me, and he said, your mom has 3 blocked arteries. That's what he's saying, triple bypass. It's each for each artery. So each artery, 2 arteries were 70% blocked. Another artery was 80% blocked. So the doctor starts talking about calcium buildup in the artery and all this other stuff. And all I know is like, it's triple bypass surgery. She got to get a new heart. I don't know what's going on, but they're in there like, and they were so kind and nice at Inspira. I know it wasn't like, Penn and Cooper and all of that, but he said he couldn't put the stents in. It was too far going, too far. It was even the angle where to put the stents in. He said it was too much calcium buildup. Unbeknownst to us, little did we know and not remember that we have a history of heart issues and heart attacks and what are they called? Like heart problems. A few of your sisters, right, have had heart attacks.
3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah.
And the fact that it wasn't even like a thought for you to have a heart attack, and 3 of your sisters have had heart attacks. It just didn't go through your mind because it's never going to be you.
No, it would. Like it happened to me. Anything like that will ever happen to me.
Yeah, because you're strong, right?
Exactly. It's just I never thought anything like that would happen to me. It's like I'm not gonna ever die. Get caught up in the rapture.
Child, that's what they tell us.
And
that's what they tell us.
That was me. I never thought that anything like this would happen to me.
Yeah, I hear you. So after that happens, they tell us we got to go home. There's nothing we can do for you here. Right. We will call the Heart House. Is a Heart House? Heart House, and they will schedule us. We went to a specialist in Cherry Hill, and this man does heart surgeries 5 days a week. What'd you say?
Kessler.
Yes, Dr. Kessler. He does heart surgeries 5 days a week. So she had to get some new heart arteries put on.
Yes.
So we did that January 8th. How, were you nervous about that?
Well, I was good. I was really good. It really didn't click into me that they're going to mess with my heart.
Right.
It really never clicked onto me. I think 3 weeks in, I was talking to one of my friends and stuff. Matter of fact, I was talking to my pastor's wife, and that's when I broke.
Yeah. That's
when I realized what was going on with me. And so that was the only time, the 3 weeks in, and then I had to wait till January the 8th. So
So the doctor said because she wasn't like 90% blocked, and he's like the professional, he said that she wasn't an emergent surgery. If she felt like any little pains or issues, call him or whatever the case is. They would just worry about the calcium breaking off and then blocking and clogging the artery. It was not the Widowmaker artery. It was the other 3. So that's why they weren't kind of like super in a rush to get it done. So we go there, you get the surgery. We get the surgery at Cooper. Shout out to Cooper. They have some very wonderful nurses there. Very wonderful.
Yes.
The first week was tough for you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a lot because they said you have your diabetes, you're diabetic, and you have high blood pressure and you have heart disease. So all of that like took on its own like thing because all of those contributed to like this heart disease and you going in and you trying to heal.
Yes. It was scary at the point that I realized everything was happening. But all I do, and I knew, and I thought about people going through this with no people that went through what I went through,
right?
And how they went in depression. They got depression, and how they shut down, and that was the biggest thing, And sometimes it tried to sneak up on me, but if I become the encouragement from the nurses and the doctors and stuff, that really helped me. And all I could do every day, I would have talked to God and tell him to help me through this.
And you did so good, even considering like your age and stuff. The doctor said he worked on people 80 and above. So knowing that people who've had it done.
Yes.
That was encouraging for people to say, I've lived another 10, 20, 30 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they, which my neighbor, she said her husband had it done. He lived 24 years. She said he passed because he got pneumonia. And there's a lot of people that had it and lived on a long life. And
a good, healthy life.
I believe God has given me a second chance.
He did, girl. You got new arteries to your heart. Come on, Jesus. Yeah.
That's why my life has changed.
Yeah. So after we'll get to your life changing. So after we do a week in the hospital in ICU, then we go to like in ICU, she had to get a pacemaker on because the heart wouldn't regulate. Yes. So that was another, I don't want to call it a complication, but it was another something we went through. She had to get the pacemaker put on to kind of regulate the electricity that goes to your heart. They're saying the heart wasn't like keeping its own beat. So that's what the pacemaker will do. It'll shoot a little something, a little shock to it. Right?
Yes. And I think that was like 2 days after I got my heart surgery. Then I had to go back in. And they told me I had to get a pacemaker.
And then it was a lot of regulating your blood pressure and all the rest of that to try for the new arteries to get that together. So week 2, we're in the hospital. You're doing better. Everything is good, right? We're on our way home. So the doctor told y'all, parlay. So they told us that we could pay for transportation for mom to go home, or we could take her home. So the people because she wasn't bedridden, she did not get an ambulance. The insurance wouldn't pay for an ambulance. So it was either us take her or we call somebody with a minivan and pay them $150.
Right.
We took her home. Right. I came, scooped you up, got you out. And then we went over to rehab. So your rehab was for physical therapy.
Yes.
Yes. So
and I thought that was a great spot because a lot of people always talk about it. But we won't say the name of the place, but it's over by Lakeside Elementary School in Millville. Yes.
So we get there, and it is. We get there at this place. It's a rehab place. So apparently, it's long-term rehab and short-term. And mom is only there for PT. She goes there. We get her out the car. And I go to check her in, and there's one nurse and one aide, and for like 14 people.
Yes. Yes.
There is one aide, one nurse for 14 people. So we're coming from Cooper, where mom has one nurse for her.
Yes.
Like she's in like super good like care. One nurse for her. So we're going to one nurse. I asked the lady told me the call bell. She said, you can hit the call bell. And well, when we got there, she wanted you to use the facilities on the pot.
Yes.
That's what started it. That's what started the downfall. The lady said, oh, you can't go in the bathroom just yet. You got to go on the porta pot. And mom was like, Oh, no, no, no. I'm not doing that. And the lady was like, well, we have to inpatient you. And she was like, I am not going on a pot.
No.
Whoa, I don't know how that's going to work out because she can like scoot. She can walk a little bit with a walker. Right?
And out the car.
Right.
I got out the car and sat in the wheelchair.
Yes.
And she's going to tell me I can't walk to the bathroom.
Correct. After you walked from the car to the wheelchair.
Yeah. So I said, no, we're not doing that.
So you went in the restroom. Mom comes out. I'm questioning these people. I'm sure they have other patients, but I need to know what's going on. So I go over there. I talk to the lady. She's in the room. I'm like, so what's the procedure? We're on set it off. What's the procedure? What do you guys do? She said the call bell. If you hit it, we can't guarantee we can come there before half an hour. This lady just had heart surgery. I'm like, say what now?
Yes.
Not 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. This is a lot of strikes. Strike one. The one lady did say that she didn't like there is no special diet for diabetic or heart health menu. There is no menu for anyone with diabetes or heart health. It's 2 menus. 2. And you choose this one or you choose this one. That's it. So I was like, okay, I don't like that. How'd you feel about that?
Like I was in a prison. Like I was it was like a ghetto place.
Not the ghetto, Mom.
It was and the nurse, she looked like she was ghetto.
Well, no, let's not talk about the people. It is not their fault. That's the environment that they are given to work in.
Okay. Then it was right? It was a ghetto place.
It was very low.
It was cold. It was freezing in there.
It was cold.
Like going into and I've been in jails before.
Oh.
And like going into, you had this section over here, then you have a brick wall on to separate you from the other side.
Yes. If she was in a shared room with a shared bathroom in the same room. And there's not a shower in there. There is a shower. There is a shower, a public shower. So everybody goes down the hall to the shower to share the shower.
No.
I was like, she supposed to share the shower with everybody else in the hallway? No, that's the Mercer. Jesus.
No, nothing.
Yes. Yeah. So after that, the nurse, one of the aide people comes in and the aide says, I said, well, can she have some water? Right? Can you have some water? Because they try to give you juice. I was like, she can't have juice. She's diabetic. People, y'all just gonna run the sugar up. This is us being there for an hour. So Mom did change into her gown in the bathroom. I want to say that. Mom did change it to her gown because Mom's like, I guess I'll tough it out overnight and then maybe see what the PT is in the morning. That's what she was doing. So this is an hour and 2. The lady says, I said, well, can she get some water? She can't drink like this cranberry juice. It's going to run the sugar up. And I ain't seen y'all come out with no medication or nothing.
No.
Right? Go get the water. The lady says, well, she clearly see the type of folks we ain't fooling with. I don't drink the water or I don't give anyone on this wing the water from this wing. I go to a different wing to get the water.
Yeah.
I was like, you say what now?
Yeah, they don't even, and when they were doing all this, I said to him, do you know I just had a heart operation?
Yeah.
Open operation?
Mm-hmm.
They was not prepared for me.
They are a rehab. So they don't hook you up to anything. So she's not in there getting hooked up to like heart monitors, none of that. She just getting in the bed, honey, and then that's it. And then she's going to hit the call button. And then they are going to shout out to Mondale. She in the comments. Shout out to Mondale Matthews. Who listen, you have to have people around you who can advocate, right? That's what she's saying. advocate with you. So that way you know what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what you can do, what you shouldn't do. This is what she does. And I am so glad to have an amazing village.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She was not, they were doing nothing. She was just going to sit in the bed and wait till the morning to get PT is pretty much. They didn't have, the lady told me, the nurse, it's LPN. The LPN said, only medicine I have, because, you know, she just had heart surgery. Her like breastbone was cracked open. They said, only medicine we have is Tylenol and insulin.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing for you. We can only give you Tylenol and we can give you insulin.
Yeah, that's it.
And I was like, all right, Mom. Mom was like, no, I'll tough it. I said, listen, let me go down to the nurses. Let me go talk to the nurse. So I leave Mom in the room. Mom is in there. The TV don't work. None of the sockets work. The sockets in the wall don't work. It's very, it's very antiquated, very 1980s. It's go see your people if your people are in these nursing homes. Go visit, please. Be present, please. Yeah. So I go see the nurses station and the nurse is like, hey, I said, listen, we're going to leave because you're not doing anything here that we could not do at home. Like whatever it is that you're going to do here tonight. Yeah.
So you have to have someone for you, an advocate.
Yeah. An advocate. Yeah. You have to advocate for your people.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Just a little thing, just people, you know, they bust my chest open.
Mm-hmm.
I was wired. They had balls hanging from me. They had wires hanging outside my chest.
Oh, to catch your fluid.
Yeah, they wired.
I like balls. What you talking about?
They wired chest back together.
Right.
It's nothing being sewn. They wired all my bones back together. And it's very painful at times. You had to sleep on. I had to sleep on my back. If I try to sleep.
Oh, where your sound go, boo? Are you touching something? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can y'all hear Mom?
No.
So anywho, I'll finish Mom's story. I'm not go back out and come back in, honey. I don't know what's going on. It's your iPad. Your iPad is an ancient shiny secret. What you need is an Android. Hey, come on, Jesus.
Come on, Android.
Come on, Android.
Well.
Where's Key at? Key, go help your grandma. So I go to the nurse's station, talk to the lady, and I say, yeah, Mickey, because sometimes people feel like they have to accept anything, and we were not going to accept that. I was not. We brought all her stuff there, and I said, hey, come on, come get your clothes on, Mom. Get your clothes on. The nurse was like, she had to call the DON. The DON was like, what's the problem? Why do you not want to stay? I said, your place is terrible. Tell that lady she has a terrible business. Are you back? Can you hear us? Oh, yeah, we still can't hear you. So I told the lady to tell her, your place is terrible. So she told her place is terrible. And she was like, come on. She was like, well, what can we do to convince you to stay? And I'm like, you can't convince me. There's no clean water. There's just, it's literally like Mom said, it was given like prison bed place. The food was terrible. It was pretty terrible in there. And,
you got to stay with your family member the whole time.
Yeah, I stayed with her. I was not leaving her. And she was going to, and you have to check your people because she was definitely going to suffer herself to stay the night. And I was like, well, they're not even hooking you up to anything and they're not giving you any pain medicine. Listen, I got the good stuff in my cabinet. Come home. Yeah. And they think you will accept any old thing because they're the professionals. Yes. And we should just blindly trust them. Yes, Aaron. Yes. The lady was like, well, who's going to take care of her? And I'm like, oh, wait, Mom, hold, please. There you go. Can I hear you?
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh, here we go. There you go.
I'm gonna show my bear, teddy bear.
Oh, yeah. So that's from Cooper. So with this bear, they gave her that after the operation. So if she had a cough or anything, she would press it to her chest to kind of help alleviate the pressure. So those are a bunch of signatures from the nurses that helped you at Cooper.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yes, and anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very difficult for me. You ain't and I ain't right. I listen. The DON was on the phone and the lady hung up in front of me and she was like, she wants to know if we can kind of convince you to stay. I said, listen, we're leaving. Like she's leaving. I don't even have to tell you we're leaving. So like wrap it up. What are we in there 2 hours? We was in there and in the car in 2 hours. 2.
Yeah.
Yes, 2.
Yeah.
And the nurse and I want to feel like the nurse people would have been better equipped if they had more people.
Yes.
I don't want to say that the people was ghetto. I think they were working with what they could work with, and they're clearly understaffed. Clearly understaffed.
Yeah.
There's no water. Like the facility has terrible water. So the DON called back and she was like, can we convince them? And I'm like, you guys don't even have medication. Tell that lady we're leaving. She's not convincing us. At that, I'm like, hey, me down the hall. Put your clothes on, Mom. We're leaving.
Yeah.
So she takes their gown off and she puts her clothes on and I grab her bags and we go home.
Yeah.
What is it? Encompass Health is the best in Cumberland County. Y'all hear that? Encompass Health. So if you heard it here, this is Mondale. She is the one. She will let you know like what's the best. And yes, Encompass Health is the best in Cumberland County. So I just want everyone to kind of know what. So from there, we went home. Shout out to, you said call the state. We should. It was definitely gross in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it was. Go ahead.
So how did you feel? Like, why were you okay? I want to ask you this. Why were you okay with staying there the night?
Okay. This was it. Because I did not want you to keep having to run back and forth, and I was there and like, okay, let my mommy go ahead on home. I'll be all right. But I thank God for you. Shout out to you. Said, no, my mother's not going to stay. That's love. My mother's not going to stay in here. I thank God.
But you didn't think you could leave? Or you didn't want to put too much pressure on me?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So that that leads me to say, people, they will not be truthful to spare your feelings and let you do less work.
Right. Yeah.
So so pay attention. And I let you know it's no big deal. We could pack all this up and be out of here. And you started moving around, gathering your stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't need, and like Mondale said, being a strong Black woman again. Yeah. And Mondale is saying like that generation will tough it out.
Yeah. And that's not a good thing.
And that's how you got here though. Toughen it out, not adhering to what's going on with your body and listening to your body.
Yeah. Being a single Black woman, a single parent, I did everything, worked and I did everything.
Yeah.
Like, I can tough this out. Only here for a couple of days. I can tough this out. And that's it. But thank God. Like I said, shout out to you. I thank God for you. Shout out to my children. I thank God for all of y'all. Because I know, I don't know why wouldn't be here wasn't for you guys.
Well, you would be here. You just still be in Genesis. You be over in Genesis, toughing it out. Yeah. But shout out to the family. Like we really have a super great village who just comes through. Like the grandkids kicked in. Like I said, Mondale kicked in. We're texting, inboxing her. Shout out to people who gave us money for parking and food because it became a lot to go back and forth. That was amazing. So you never even know. Like if you know somebody who's going up and visiting, shoot them people $10, shoot them people $20, just because, you know, the back and forth gets to be a lot. It's exhausting.
That's right. And then, you know, then Deanna, she stayed over. She took off a week and just stay over there with me. I appreciate all that.
Yeah.
I appreciate my grandkids that's been here for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kiara, bless her heart, she had to help me take showers and stuff.
Yes.
You know, and even get dressed. I could not put my socks on. She was lotioning me down. She was putting my socks on. She was physically dressing me.
So it really turned around when you used to be the caregiver of us, and now the caregiver turned into the person being cared for.
And that's the hardest thing in my life that I had to accept. To
let that go and let other people care for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out to the grandkids who kicked in and helped, because in the meantime, like me and Didi are back at work. When we're not at work, we're over at Mom's. So Key and Derek are at Mom's house. Aunt Irene, shout out to Aunt Irene who's watching.
She was in my mind. The old lady just thank God for my sister Irene.
Yeah.
She just start right in and start cooking for me.
I'm immediately. Wait, because that's after she called me at work and fussed me out, honey, because the people. So we didn't tell anybody that we took Mom from the rehab. So we took her that night. This is after we sent in the family chat. Mom going to Genesis. She be at Genesis. They're like, okay, we'll check her in the morning. So we never told the people that Mom left rehab and we broke her out. So Aunt Irene, honey, text me, where is your mother? I could hear her tone. I was like, whoa, I'm at work, honey. She was getting me together and she was like, hey, where's your mom? Why is your mom home? You guys. And I had to call and plead my case because Annie, she was with the stuff and she was getting me together. And the cousins called up there and they're all looking for Mom at 9:00 in the morning. And she was not there. She was home. Yeah. Why is she home? So we had to explain like the care and what was going on. And after we talked like her cousins and her sister off the ledge, like all was good. So at home, she really got like basically the same care. And shout out to Key, because Key was a prior home health aide. So she has the feel, she has the experience of doing all of that. Oh, look at Key said anytime. Oh, look at Kiki. So so Key had the experience.
Yeah. And you know, what else I was gonna say? Oh God, it just crossed my mind.
Well, it'll come back. It's gonna circle back around. But so shout out to the whole family. Like June is there. Like it really takes a village between calling the insurance companies, because when we left the place, they wouldn't give us her aftercare paperwork. It clearly, they said it belonged to them, some HIPAA stuff. What you going to do? So we have no paperwork for aftercare. We have to call all the doctors now. Now we have to call the insurance companies. Key, like, where you at, Key? You watching? Applaud to Key. Key's been calling the doctors. Key's been calling the therapists. Key's been calling the home people to come to the house. Key orders. Like, so you really need these people as a village. And it's been like a blessing. I want to say it's a blessing. It's been a blessing having everyone, because it was getting overwhelming for me. And I wasn't as participant.
Where you were. You know, don't shorten yourself. I thank God for you, and I thank God for my kids. Y'all was there.
Yeah,
you know,
Didi and June. Everybody kicked in.
Shout out to Shiloh, my church, my pastor's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for him. Thank God for some of the ministers. You know, the women in there. They has been good. You know, I don't have people coming over my home because I don't want them to bring nothing in.
The food was out.
Anything but the love and the phone calls, and I just thank God for all that.
Yeah.
I do, because they've been good to
between
me.
food and medication and scheduling your medication, making sure you're taking your insulin and you're ordering the hospital bed, all of that. Yeah. So do you have some advice that you want to give people to kind of give them what they should do, like a good heads up of paying attention to what's going on?
The thing is, make doctor's appointments. Get a physical.
Yeah.
Anything that you think, even you might not have no pain in your heart. You might not have something that calls you to go to the doctor. Go there and get your physical. Continue on checking your blood pressure, checking your heart, checking your sugar. Continue on, take care of yourself.
Yes. Pay attention, be aware. Any little thing can lead to a big thing.
Yeah.
Any little thing.
I thought my slow down in walking was I was getting old.
Yeah.
That was my mind. Well, I'm getting old. Y'all go ahead on. I'll catch up with you. But it was my heart.
Right.
And these little things that I did there, I would go, I would vacuum the house. And I was like, I had to sit down.
I remember you saying that.
Those little things. Things.
And there is a doctor. What's the doctor, babe? Can you chime in here? There is a doctor in Cherry Hill, Marlton?
In Marlton.
There is a doctor in Marlton that
they do a full diagnostic.
They do a full diagnostic test of you. They do. So I've been there and Colson has been there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mainly for law enforcement people or people who work in first responders who work. So nurses, all of that, probably teachers or first responders at this point. So anybody who works in a stressful environment. I mean, I went, so they be like, where you work at? Stressful environment. Yes. So they will literally they check your blood work right there. They give you a stress test. All of this takes like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours.
2 hours. They give you an ultrasound of your arteries here. I think I mentioned this before. They give you an ultrasound of your artery here, and they do it in your groin area. So they are checking your artery. They check your heart. Y'all, I heard my heartbeat as an adult. I've never heard my heartbeat as an adult. I've heard going to like the OBGYN. I've heard the baby's heartbeat, but I've never heard my heartbeat as an adult. And it was super. I wish I should have taken it. But yes, you remember the name of the place.
I can get it.
We will share that somewhere. So we'll share it. But yes,
full cardio.
It's a full cardio workup of your body. So it checks your valves in your heart. It checks your arteries in your neck, your groin. It checks your blood work to see everything. And then the doctor, it's I don't remember the lady, but she will call you and go over everything that happens. And they'll give you a stress test in there. All of that happens. Do you remember? Can you look it up right now?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to look it up now. So give us a couple minutes. He's going to look it up. But yes, so this doctor is in Cherry Hill, Marlton, and they do a whole complete workup at the place. It takes like 2 hours, but it's well worth it. And because we have heart disease in the family, I wanted to go get it done. And that is a conversation that we had to have with our family to let the grandkids know. Now the nieces, grandkids, everybody needs to know.
Yeah,
4 aunties, right, that have had heart attacks.
Yes.
Everybody need to know now.
Everything that you too young, you healthy and all this stuff.
Yeah. Because heart disease is like the silent killer. They said that's how some people who are healthy have heart attacks because it's the disease in your family. Is dis-ease, right?
Yes. See, I found out that my mom had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
3 sisters had a heart attack. One passed with a heart attack. Family, get it done. Get yourself checked out.
Get yourself checked out. So Ron is looking for that. Next week, I wanted to, what is this? Okay. Risk factors for heart disease. Let's read it. Among Black women and Latinas. Many Black women and Latinas have multiple risk factors for heart disease. They are being overweight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And diabetes. This is you. You have how many of these? High blood pressure. That's you. Boom.
Yes.
You are diabetes. Boom. You are lack of physical activity. Right. You're not overweight, but you like 3 of the 4. Right. Well, it's family. Go ahead.
Yeah, I maybe 30 pounds from this shit thing, which was needed because of my height.
Yeah. I mean, you lost a little weight. You got to pack some of that back on.
Well, okay. Well, I'm trying to eat. But yeah.
Whenever PT happens. Oh, let me show this one right here. Here, guys. Here's another. The heart of the matter. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for women and men, regardless of, let me take that little banner down. Regardless of race and ethnicity, 82.6 million American adults have heart disease. Mm-hmm. You see the statistics there for African American females, African American males, super high. Can you take that bottom thing off to this topic? White males, white females are there. They're right under Black females and males. Then there's white males, white females. Then there are Latino females, Hispanic Latino females, Hispanic Latino males. Y'all, it is really killing us. Yes. Us as people. So we definitely have to take care of ourselves and be aware. I do have, go ahead.
I say this, watch what you eat. Stop eating so much. The fried foods. I used to eat a whole pack of bacon for breakfast.
Jesus.
I would go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, give me a bucket of chicken, and I'll sit out in the car and eat it. I go to, where's that other chicken place I did? It's not, I know. I have
Royal Farms chicken, honey. You love some more Royal Farms chicken.
I had complete turnaround.
And I want to say that we did contribute, because when we did go buy Royal Farms chicken, we would buy you a bucket.
Yes.
Right?
But I like.
Because we knew what you like. So now you are eating more vegetables.
Yes, vegetables.
More aware.
Yeah. And not enable. I was a little bit of enabler to give you pizza and chicken cheesesteaks and whatever else you were sneaking.
No, but that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's what I asked for.
Yeah. So I have the name of the doctor if anybody's interested. The place is called Can you type this in there? Cardiopulmonary Diagnostic. There are there's places in Elizabeth, there's places in Secaucus, Paramus, Lakewood. Voorhees is the office we went to. We went to Voorhees. The Voorhees office number is 856-344-2625. We are here with the information, honey. Right? You're about to be informed. Cardiopulmonary Diagnostic. This is the place. Oh, it says it's called a gift from Captain Busquio Works. All current and retired firefighters, police, and emergency responders and their colleagues are invited to participate in the program throughout the state of New Jersey. They will then have an opportunity to receive confidential, comprehensive cardiovascular and pulmonary medical evaluation. The medical facility, we take over the responsibility of billing the participant's insurance provider. Note that the doctors and facility may be an out-of-network provider. That's on you to figure all of that out.
All first responders is free.
Well, they charge you insurance.
Even if they bill
it's not free if they bill you.
It's free to the patient.
Jesus. The annual examinations are provided by Cardiopulmonary Diagnostics and their network provider. A dedicated team. Oh, here it says testing will provide based on each participant's medical history. Testing may include labs, x-rays, pulmonary function testing, cardiovascular screening, and sleep study. Yes, auntie, you know your body better than anyone. Listen when it talks to you. Amen. That's right. Because sometimes we'll ignore this stuff. We'll be like, oh, and then we self-diagnose. I think that's a lot what we do. I'll go on Dr. Google in a minute. What does this mean? Chat GPT. What is this? And what is this doing? But yes, all visits are scheduled by an appointment. Please be prepared to answer questions regarding your personal, family, medical, and surgical history. Have your primary care physician's address and contact number. Bring recent. They said bring recent testing, but we didn't do that. Fasting the previous night is required for blood work. Bring your work ID or driver's license along with your insurance card. I just took my insurance card and I just took my driver's license. So I didn't take like any of that. So again, the place is called. So this is only for first. I went there. I didn't tell them I was the first responder, Karen. I just went. Use the first Listen, we're all on Jesus on the main line. We're all warriors.
And
working for the Lord. So
it's a great place. It's a great place because what happens is there's many different rooms that you go to. You'll go from station to station all day long through. You're not bored. You go in and they'll check this part of your body. They'll check another part of your body, and they encourage you the whole time. And everyone encourage you to come back, and then they'll follow up with you with the results. There are things that I found out that that I had a few things here and there, some numbers I had to change, and then I found out some good stuff. And I was it was really, really encouraging because everybody has to get checked, especially men too. And if you're in a stressful job, whether you're a nurse, whether you're
that is stress causes cardiac issues. So yes, the place is called. Yeah, Karen, I didn't tell the people I was a first responder. I just made an appointment, and they said that when the lady asked that I work in a stressful job, I told her yes. We're in the army of the Lord. It's stressful out here.
Amen.
Cardiopulmonary diagnostic. The Voorhees numbers is again. Did you type that in somewhere?
Yes.
856. Oh, it's on the screen. Oh, praise him. Okay. A whole heart workout. There it is. All right. I didn't even see that. Okay. So yes, Mom, thank you. Thank you for coming on show number 1.
She did great.
You did a great job.
Thank you for Thank
what you doing? Watching TV?
And,
playing video games?
I'm glad that I was able to share, my experience with people, and I pray to God that take it serious. Take your life. God has given me a second chance with a new heart to do what I'm supposed to do. Take his life.
Take your life seriously and listen to your body. Like Auntie said, listen to your body. And Andel said our plate should be colorful when we eat. Yes, not so much red meat. So you're not eating red meat or any of that. You've literally changed your whole body in your diet.
Yes.
Yeah. So next week we have Dr. Evelyn Cannon Dingle. She is going to come on and she is going to talk to us some more about heart health, right? Because it's Black History and it's Valentine's and it's Heart Health Month. So we want to continue on the conversation of like from the medical perspective. So we wanted to give you guys some information from a personal perspective. Next week, medical. We're going to have somebody from the medical field. So that way she going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. He said that I am. Come on, Jesus. So so thank you all for watching. As always, Mom, thank you for coming on. I am glad you're feeling better. You looking better. You look good, girl.
Thank you. I do feel better. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for
2 nurses here.
Yes, your people are still there. Your home health aid people. So I am glad this is On the Surface podcast. I'm your host, Sharen, in case you didn't know. It's me. Y'all missed the song in the beginning. My son-in-law Andrew wrote it. So we'll bring it back next week. This is Matters of the Heart, a triple bypass survivor's journey. Praise God. You look good, Mom. I am happy you are still here. I'm blessed to still continue to see you. So I am thankful. Thank you for listening to the doctors. Thank you for processing and then understanding like you need a life change and life you have to adjust to your new normal, right? Yeah. Where's the hey my son-in-law song? Son-in-law. It's Hidden Talent Records. He is Andrew Matthews. He's on all social media. This song is called what's the song called? Wait, hold on. Wait. Small Beginnings. It is on all social media platforms. Y'all know I gotta go look and ask questions. So yes. Yeah, Mom is looking good. Everyone's saying you're looking good. Yeah, thank you all. Go ahead.
I'm reading.
Oh, you're reading the comments? Yeah. Awesome show to start off the new year. Thank you, Key. Karen, thank you for sharing your experience. And thank God you are still here. So yes, your children are wonderful. Oh, we are.
Yes.
We are. The children and the grandchildren, the village. So get you a village. Find your village people, right? Not the YMCA folks. Your real village people. But yes, next week we're going to go more in depth medically, and then we can ask Dr. Cannon some questions about, heart disease, specifically what it feels like, what it looks like. We can give her questions, ask questions, and she can respond to us all from a medical perspective. Again, I am not a medical professional. This is me and my mom talking on here. But yes, blessings. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Yeah. Hey, Donnie Jenkins. Look at Donnie Jenkins, Mom. He said you looking good, Mom.
I know. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. That is such a good answer from you. So yeah, so thank you all for coming on. Next week we are back next week. We're going to have to go on 7:00 because we have to adjust to Dr. Cannon's schedule. It's the doctor, right? So we are 7:00. I could come on at 6:45 and do like my I might come on at. Oh yes, thank you, Keith, for saying that. Check on your people in them places.
Yes.
Right? Check on your folks in these places because clearly. What were you saying?
Please do.
Yes, please do. Even if they're in long term, there's some people in long terms, there's some people in short term, but check on your folks in those places. That is super important. Thank you all for tuning in as always. God is amazing. I am here. We are back. Nervousness, nerves, and all. We're gonna push through them.
We live.
We are live in 2025.
You are doing a great job, and I am so proud of you guys.
Oh, Mom.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both.
Why are you adding him in?
I love you guys. I am so thankful that God is on you.
Yes. All right. So, yes, thank you, Mom. I appreciate your prayers and your love and your thoughtfulness. As always, guys, we thank you for tuning in. It is 8:02. Tune in if you guys can share, subscribe to any of my platforms. I appreciate that. As always, God is good. Love you, Key. As always, my fleet are planet, right? My head is to the sky, listening to what God has for me. So everyone have a good night. Where y'all at?
All right.
Tell your guests to tell Mom bye in the comments. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night. God is amazing. Take care of yourself, right?
Yes.
Take care of yourself. Fill up your cup. Fill your cup up this week with something. Do something for yourself. Fill your cup up this week. I've been journaling in my phone.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah, and eating some good food. All right. Have a good night, guys. See y'all later.
Good night.
See y'all later. Have a good night. You did good, Mom.
Thank you.
So proud. So